Hello nature lovers, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're re-venturing deep into the vibrant rainforests of Central and South America to meet a bird that's impossible to ignore, the incredible toucan. What's the first thing you notice? That's right, it's that magnificent oversized and ridiculously colorful beak. It's a true work of art, but have you ever wondered what it's really for? Is it just for show, or is there more to this brilliant build than meets the eye? Well, stick around because we're about to uncover all the secrets behind one of nature's most spectacular accessories. Let's start with the most obvious feature, its sheer size. A toucan's beak can be more than a third of its entire body length. If we had a beak with the same proportions, it would stretch from our chin down to our knees. Imagine trying to eat breakfast with that. You might think a beak that massive would be incredibly heavy, making it difficult for the toucan to even hold its head up, let alone fly. But here's where nature's engineering genius comes into play. If you were to look inside a toucan's beak, you wouldn't find a solid, heavy structure. Instead, it's mostly hollow. The exterior is made of a thin layer of keratin, the same protein that makes up our hair and fingernails. The inside is a fascinating matrix of bony struts and air pockets, almost like a rigid sponge. This design makes the beak remarkably lightweight, yet surprisingly strong. It's a perfect example of getting maximum size and strength with minimum weight, a principle that modern engineers are still trying to perfect. Now, let's talk about those stunning colors. The beak of a toucan is like a painter's palette, splashed with brilliant shades of yellow, orange, red, green, and black, all in bold, beautiful patterns. Each species has its own unique color combination, making them one of the most visually striking birds in the world. For a long time, scientists believed these colors were primarily for species recognition and attracting mates. And they were right, but that's only part of the story. A vibrant, healthy-looking beak signals to other toucans that its owner is strong and a good potential partner. Think of it as the toucan equivalent of a fancy sports car or a designer outfit. It's all about making a statement. During courtship rituals, toucans often engage in a sort of beak fencing, gently tossing fruit to one another with their bills. It's a delicate and charming display that solidifies the bond between a pair. But the beak's function goes far beyond just looking good. One of its most amazing and more recently discovered roles is as a highly efficient air conditioning system. That's right, the toucan's beak is a radiator. The beak is crisscrossed with a dense network of blood vessels. When the toucan gets too hot, it can increase the blood flow to its beak. The large surface area allows the heat to dissipate quickly into the surrounding air, cooling the bird down. Scientists using thermal imaging cameras have observed toucans releasing a significant amount of body heat through their beaks, especially while sleeping. By tucking its beak under a wing, it can conserve heat, and by exposing it, it can cool off. This ability to regulate body temperature is a huge advantage in the hot, humid climates they call home. It's a built-in, perfectly adaptable climate control system. Of course, a tool this big and prominent has to be useful for getting food, right? Absolutely. Toucans are primarily frugivores, meaning their diet consists mainly of fruit. That long beak acts like a pair of giant, delicate forceps. It allows them to reach fruits dangling at the very tips of thin branches that would never be able to support their weight. They can sit securely on a sturdy limb and simply reach out to pluck their meal. They then cleverly toss the fruit into the air and catch it in the back of their throat. It's quite a skill to watch. While fruit is their main course, they aren't strict vegetarians. They'll also use that impressive beak to snatch up insects, small lizards, and even the eggs or nestlings of other birds if the opportunity arises. The beak is both a precise tool for delicate tasks and a formidable weapon for seizing a quick, protein-rich snack. So, it's a dating profile, a radiator, and a dinner utensil. What else could this multi-tool possibly do? Well, it's also a fantastic defense mechanism. While it's not strong enough to inflict serious damage in a fight with a larger predator like a harpy eagle, its sheer size and bright colors can be very intimidating. A toucan can brandish its beak and make itself look much more formidable than it actually is. It's a classic case of my bark is worse than my bite, or in this case, my beak looks scarier than it is. This visual deterrent is often enough to scare away smaller predators or competitors looking to steal their food or nesting sites. They will also clash beaks with other toucans to defend their territory, creating a loud clattering sound that echoes through the forest. It's a bluff, but a very effective one. So, let's recap the genius of the toucan's beak. It's a lightweight yet strong structure, brilliantly engineered for flight. It's a vibrant billboard used to attract mates and signal health. It's a sophisticated thermal regulator, helping the toucan stay comfortable in the tropical heat. It's the ultimate long-reach grabber, allowing it to access food that's out of reach for others. And finally, it's an intimidating visual shield to ward off rivals and potential threats. It's not just one thing. It's an all-in-one survival tool that has allowed toucans to thrive in their competitive jungle environment. The next time you see a picture of a toucan, don't just see a bird with a big, pretty beak. See it for what it truly is, a masterpiece of evolutionary design. A Swiss Army knife of the avian world, perfectly crafted for the challenges of life in the rainforest. Nature is full of such incredible innovations, and the toucan's beak is a prime example of how a single feature can evolve to serve multiple vital functions. It reminds us that there's always more to discover, and often the most flamboyant features have the most practical purposes. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the toucan. What other animal's unique feature would you like us to explore next? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the wild. Until next time, stay curious.